Hello Virgo, so I'm doing your reading for the month of August 2025. As always, please don't forget that tarot is not the one that's in charge. If anything comes out of the reading that you don't like the look of, then it's completely within your power to change, okay? This is not set in stone, it is just a temperature check. Right, so you guys have got the Coyote and Playfulness. And it says, this is a reminder to not take things too seriously and bring more balance between wisdom and playfulness. You might need to lighten up about a matter that has been on your mind for a while. Okay, so this is not to downplay or underplay your concerns or your worries at this time, okay? This is saying for you to find a little bit more enjoyment in your life at this time because your mental health is extremely, extremely important, okay? Obviously, if you live off of stress 24/7, then that's going to be doing your system quite a lot of damage, okay? So you're being asked to find more things in life that you enjoy doing and indulge in a bit of that, okay? And that's going to help you to worry less and to start taking life more playfully. Okay, this is weird, Virgo. So this card, it's basically come out for every single one of the signs so far this month. And fair enough, it's come out in like different positions of the reading, but this energy, because this message has come out as your external message, like the external energies, the situation that you're dealing with, it's got quite a different meaning for you than what it's got for the other signs, okay? So the other signs were being encouraged to focus more on what they need right now, and it was coming out in a positive aspect. For you, it's coming out as quite the opposite, and it indicates that there are individuals around you who at this time are being really quite selfish, not very considerate about how their actions affect other people around them, okay? Now, it can only be expected that in times of difficulties and adversities, which, I mean, we don't all live under a rock, okay? We can all see what's going on. During times like this, it can only be expected that the vast majority of people actually are only interested in themselves at the moment, okay? Because it's all about survivability, all right? So there's less emphasis that's being put on how their actions could be affecting other people, and this indicates that that there's maybe too much of that, because there has to be a healthy balance in everything in life, okay? It's healthy to be interested in what's going on with you, what you need, and all that, okay? That should be encouraged. When it gets out of control, when there's too much self-interest, when the self becomes too important, then you're going to be looking at things such as narcissism and so on and so forth. Other people hurting others just because they can for a power play. You know how it goes, okay? So your situation, there's too much self-interest that's going on with other people at the moment, and that seems to be affecting you, and it's throwing you out of balance. Right, so strongest overall message is influence. It's getting a bit dark in here, isn't it? Yeah, there we go, that's better. Let's put on an extra light. Influence is your strongest overall energy. So let's clarify this, and we'll find out what is going on here, what you can do about it. Of course, I'll be taking a look at your internal energies, your inner world, your blind spot, what it is that's working against you at this time, and what is working for you, okay? We're going to clarify all of this with the tarot. So can we take a look at this influence for Virgo to start off with, please? What's going on with this influence? Is that... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so there's a bit of emulation that's going on. When you take a closer look at this card, you've got like these cigarette stubs. scattered all over the ground, okay? And then you've got this crow, or raven, and he's got a cigarette stub in his gob. And the other one is about to emulate what this one's doing here. Okay, so there's emulation that's going on, and you've got balance immediately under there. So yeah, I do feel that something is out of whack, something is out of balance, because it's like everyone just seems to be copying each other at the moment, you know, with like bad habits and selfishness, possible greed also. Okay, there's a lot of, well, if everyone else is doing it, then I may as well do it too, that's going on. Okay, yeah, the Two of Wands. So that's choosing the best path for yourself possible. And I do feel that you're standing out, okay? At this moment in time, Virgo, you're standing out because you're not following the crowd. You're choosing to go your own path. You're choosing to go in your own direction. I feel like there's frustrations that's going on with your energy because other people, they don't seem to be doing the same as you, okay? They do seem to just be following the crowd, and they don't see anything wrong with that. Can you tell us more about this influence for Virgo? What's going on here? Influence. Okay. Page of Pentacles. It's very grounded energy. Very goal orientated. I feel with this one because it is also a student, right? It's someone who is, yes, they're still learning, but that doesn't mean to say that they don't have a lot to offer. I feel with this one that there's something inside of you that's telling you that if other people see you carving out your own path, that others will hopefully start to emulate that instead. So what's this self-interest that's going on? Oh, okay, the Empress, that's come out squiffy, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, that's selfish energy, selfish behaviours. The Four of Pentacles, that's squiffy. No one's willing to help anyone else out at the moment. There's a lot of selfishness, possessiveness that stems from insecurity. Well, why the insecurity? Because the Empress squiffy, right? Because growth, prosperity, options in life all seems to be quite scarce. Okay, the Empress, if it's reversed or squiffy, that's scarce energies, right? No room for growth. This sense of there's not enough for everybody, which is ridiculous, because when we look around on our beautiful planet, you can see the abundance everywhere. Like, the earth provides. There is plenty of everything for everyone, if only it was shared out equally, okay? But there's a scarcity to this energy, and it's causing most people to only be interested in themselves. There's a bit of hoarding that's going on also, and it's the hoarding that is causing this stagnant growth, okay? So that's the situation that you're dealing with. Your internal world, your inner energies, anomaly. Yeah. So you've got a very different outlook from everyone else about what is, you know, what's all going on, the way that things should be, the way that things can be. Like I said, you stand out. We've already clocked that you do stand out from the crowd. The way that you carry yourself, it's very, very different from the way that everyone else carries themselves. The way that you give to others, again, it's like you're breaking the mold. Okay, everything about you here, Virgo, you're breaking the mold. Can you tell us more about this anomaly for Virgo, please? What is it that makes Virgo stand out? What's going on in Virgo's inner world? Thank you. The Queen of Wands, because you're not chasing shit. Everyone else is chasing shit, but you're not. Okay, man or woman doesn't make a difference. This is attractive energy, so you're attracting what you need at this time. That's where your focus is on. And again, that's why you stand out from everyone else, because everyone else is chasing and they're hoarding and they're being selfish, really quite narcissistic. I know that word gets thrown around quite a lot, but that's genuinely the energy that's going on here. It's where everyone else, like themselves, has become too important. And it is legit causing issues. It's causing problems massively. The Magician, one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful card in the entire tarot deck. Because the Magician, and it is one of your cards, Virgo, that's the equivalent to having all of the 4 aces up your sleeve, okay? There's the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. It's all about utilizing all of your skills, all of your abilities to create the life that you want for yourself. So while everyone else is freaking out, hoarding whatever they can, whatever this is that they're doing, you're going, okay, well, what resources are available to me right now? What skills do I have? How can I harness and then utilize the skills that I have? You could be looking at learning a new skill as well, learning a new talent. So that's like another tool up your sleeve that you can utilize. Like, the Magician is a beautiful, beautiful energy to have as your internal energies, because this is you really being focused on what you can do at this time, what you can create, what you can manifest. It's very, very focused energy. You could be focused on a creative project at this time, and again, that is what's making you stand out from the rest of the crowd, because you're bringing life. Okay, you're bringing life to everything that you do. And with that, I feel strongly like you're bringing hope. You're bringing hope for, I don't want to sound too cheesy, but you're bringing hope to others who are observing you, who are watching you at this time, that there can be a better future and that things can be better, things should be better. Okay. This is you using all of your willpower, being very inspirational at this time, Virgo, whether you're aware of it or not, okay? The combination of the Queen of Wands with the Magician, that's someone who is inspiring everyone that crosses their path at this time. So again, that makes you quite different from everyone else at the moment, because you're inspiring others to use the resources that are available to them. Okay, like I said, you're not chasing shit here. It's amazing. Okay, so what's in your blind spot? Perspective. Interesting. Perspective. So obviously that one's based off of the Hangman energy. With it being perspective, it's saying, okay, so in your blind spot, Virgo, you might have to observe for a little bit before you take action, okay? 10 of Swords, okay. Can be a betrayal, being left to fend for yourself. It's in your blind spot. It's loss energy in your blind spot. So let's find out more. What's going on with this loss and perspective? You might lose perspective. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles. That's a seed. I feel here, Virgo, that there might be a minor disappointment that's coming up, Okay, I don't feel like this is anything too serious, but it might be the type of disappointment that could be the start of a downward spiral that might contribute to you losing sight of your own perspective, okay? Because we've got a hidden blessing here that initially, because it's in your blind spot, you're not necessarily going to view it when it immediately comes in as it being a hidden blessing, okay? Because it's going to come through disguised, wearing the mask of a disappointment, right? So say, for example, if this is about a job that you were really holding out for, right? And then you hear back from them and it's a thanks but no thanks. And they're quite sort of cold and dismissive about it, with that being the Ten of Swords, okay? This is just an example. And then because of their dismissiveness, their inability to see your skill set, to see what it is that you bring to the table, in your head, you might think, oh, well, that means that I have no value or something. You see how that downward spiral, it can get out of control really, really quickly. But then almost immediately after that, you get an offer for a much better job with a much better company, or if this is like business partners or something, then, you know, you get someone who offers you a much better deal than what the previous deal would have been. Do you know what I mean? There's definitely a hidden blessing here right around the corner, but it's disguised as a disappointment. So you mustn't lose heart when this happens, when this comes through. You mustn't lose your perspective. You mustn't lose sight of what it is that you've initially set yourself out to do in the first place, okay? Especially Virgo, with you being Virgo, you expect nothing but perfection from yourself all of the time, and that's a lot of pressure to be putting on yourself. So whenever something falls through, or whenever someone else is being like incredibly cold and dismissive, immediately you do tend to internalize that as if it's a problem with you rather than it being a problem with them, okay? So that's why Spirit's asking for you to hold on to your perspective, avoid going down that spiral way of thinking, okay? Because this is definitely a hidden blessing, okay? So what is working against you at this time? And really, really quickly, before we take a look at what is working against you and what is working for you, you might want to consider taking a look at my free gift giveaway for this month. So watch this. Hello, so this month's free gift giveaway, I am going to be continuing the theme of getting rid of some decks out of my own personal stash that I no longer use and that I don't have space to keep anymore, okay? So this gift giveaway, it is not sponsored by anybody. It's literally decks that have come from my own private collection that I definitely need to find new homes for. So this month's gift giveaway until August the 31st is this beautiful Mystic Dreams Advanced Tarot by Saint Soleil. Now, the deck itself comes with the gift box, and they provide it in 2 halves so you can fit all the decks in. It's got this beautiful gold edges on it, and you can see that I've used this deck a few times. I just don't get to use it as often as what I would like, and I'm running out of space to keep all these decks. So I've got one of these to give away. It also comes with the Aura Quartz crystal, and of course the beautiful table cover. There it is. I'll switch out the camera so you guys can see the cover. So that comes with the deck as well, and it's got the Saint Soleil emblem on there as well. Okay, just as you can see, it is the original deck. It is not a copy or anything like that. With this one being the Advanced Tarot, it did not come with a guidebook, okay? However, if you do need help reading this deck, then I'm quite happy to send you instructions on how you can read it through an email to the winner, okay? So don't worry if you're not an advanced reader, you can still enter this gift giveaway. Yeah, I will just send you the instructions. So your comment below is going to be your entry into this month's free gift giveaway. Please don't leave personal information or anything like that. Just let me know in the comments below that you're interested in rehoming this particular deck, okay? But yeah, now back to your reading. Okay, so what is working against you at this time? Memory. Yeah, so it's going to be haunting memories, past memories of past disappointments. Okay, so Spirit's saying avoid making comparisons to this disappointment here. Avoid comparing that to disappointments of the past. Okay, because again, you've got to keep on top of any sort of negative thoughts at this time, definitely. Why is memory what is working against Virgo at this time? Oh, it's quite a lot. Okay, Temperance, the Four of Swords, the Sun, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, that's an interesting combination, because we've got timing, the timing of something in the past. It was the wrong time. The timing was off, right? The Four of Swords, that's a card of reflection, renewal, the need for self-protection, self-preservation. It's all about pause and reflect, right? So they're saying here, pause and reflect on whatever has happened in recent memory that it still carries a bit of a sting to it. Okay, pause and reflect on it, but don't get stuck there, right? And certainly don't make comparisons to the past and what's going on now, because that's it's a bit self-destructive. Okay, that there is something self-destructive that potentially might be here for some of you guys, not all of you, okay? So they're saying here to remain calm and reflect. And then you've got the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles, which is a beautiful combination, because that's all about success, growth, abundance, a positive result. You've got long-term stability and security here with the Ten of Pentacles. This is a successful career. It can indicate it's not inheritance, right? Sometimes it can be inheritance. I'm not feeling that energy with your particular reading, right? I'm feeling that this is more to do with your future growth, your future plans, and your future security, right? Something that you're doing right now, Virgo, something that you're focused on this month is going to set you up for life in a very beautiful, positive way, okay? Like, this is literally asking for you to have more confidence in yourself, in your work, in the quality that you produce, okay? Have more confidence in your own skills, right? So let's pull another card for this one. Because as soon as you start to radiate with the Sun, more confidence in yourself, you'll be able to attract that Ten of Pentacles a lot easier. Can we have another card for this energy, please, for what is working against Virgo at this time? Thank you. The World. Okay. That's closing out old cycles, but that's also a card of victory, Virgo. It's like they're saying, this situation is nothing like what's happened to you in recent memory, in the recent past. Okay. That this situation here is not even close. It's not even similar. The world can also indicate lessons of the past. So there could be a fear of you repeating the same mistake from the past. That would imply that this month you're making a choice to try something new that feels a little bit risky. And then in the back of your head, you're worried that it'll end up being a failure, just like what has happened there in the recent past. And you're being told it's not even the same. Okay. So definitely avoid making comparisons there. What is working for you at this time? Upheaval. The Tower energy is what's working for you. So that would be an epiphany, a sudden shift, right? Let's find out more. Why is this upheaval what is working for Virgo at this time? I feel like they're saying that a lot of things are changing all at the same time here, Virgo. And that's actually a good thing because it's positive change. It means that people are going to start becoming a lot less selfish over time. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? That would be really nice because of the forced changes. It's like people are being forced to change up their way of doing things. You had a card there that flipped over, but I can't see which one it was. Oh, look. See how that was hiding? I don't know if you caught how well that card was hiding itself. And I told you, didn't I? I says, look, the Tower energy is not always inherently bad and is being clarified with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, you can't tell me that that's not a hidden blessing because it bloody well is. It's right there. The Tower with the Wheel of Fortune. That's amazing. It means times are changing. Times are changing. And those who go along with the shifts, those who go along with the change in times, they are going to be the ones who are going to grow, blossom, succeed. Okay? You're one of these, Virgo. You're included within the group of people who is going to be okay with these changes. Can you have another card for this upheaval with the Wheel of Fortune, please, for Virgo, for what is working for Virgo? Yeah. So they're saying, number one, there's a lot of things that are changing up all at the same time. It might feel initially like the rug is being pulled out from under you, but you know what's going to happen, Virgo? You're going to land on your fucking feet. That's what's going to happen. But that rug, it needs to be pulled. It needs to be. And it's not just under your feet, it's under everybody's feet. Okay, so everybody's going to be feeling these intense, sudden changes. And you're going to be one of the groups that lands on your feet. Yeah, Page of Cups, exactly. That's a beautiful energy. Absolutely beautiful. Because it's all about the possibilities. Okay. It's very compassionate energy. It's very friendly, very empathic. Right? So I feel the message here is narcissists have been controlling everything for the longest time. Where have the empaths been? They've been pushed down. Now that wheel is turning, it's the empaths that are going to be rising to the top. The cream always rises to the top, eventually. And that's exactly what's going on with this energy, Virgo. That's under there, the Lovers. I mean, this could be about a situation that's romantic for some of you guys. It could be. It's not going to be that way for everyone. Lovers is a choice. It can indicate companionship. It can indicate finding your people, right? Being supported by your people who share the same visions that you do. See how over here we had this message of how you felt like you just were, what was the word that I used? Left to fend for yourself, wasn't it, that I said there? Well, you're no longer going to feel that way. That's the power. It's going to rhyme. That's the power of that tower. The power of the tower. Right? It's putting you on the path with your people. Look, the Ace of Cups under there. You might even find new love through this upheaval. Definitely new companionship, new friends. Abso-friggin-lutely, no question. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's take a look at the Maruk deck. What else? The Virgo, please. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already as well. 43% of my viewers, that's quite a lot, have not actually subscribed to my channel yet. And it would make a huge difference if everybody subscribed. It helps me out with my reach as well. Doesn't cost anything, okay? There are no membership fees at all on my channel, and there's not likely to ever be any. Right, forgiveness sets you free. It keeps you from hanging on to what was never meant to be. Okay, so forgive the ignorance and the dismissiveness that was going on here. Because remember, just because a certain person or certain individuals don't necessarily see your worth and see your value, doesn't mean to say that you don't have it, okay? It means that they're blind. It means it's their loss, okay? So there's that one. Look, I do not bullshit you. You have so much to offer the world. Don't ever doubt your contribution. Didn't we already say that? Multiple times. It's that spiral, right? So the worst thing that could possibly happen to you guys this month is your mind spiraling out of control because of this disappointment here. Okay, but it's avoidable. Like, you don't have to spiral. You will have financial security in life. I told you. I told you. Okay, what else for Virgo? What else for Virgo? Okay, the web of life. It's all about fate, karma, destiny. They say that our decisions in life creates a new web. Now, where else have you seen the card of fate, karma and destiny in your reading? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Your fate is intricately, right, you will have to forgive me, Virgo, I'm a little bit tired. Your fate is intricately entwined with others, so step mindfully as you go along. Right? So this is going to be a pivotal month for you guys then, where every decision you make this month, it holds weight, it holds power. Evolving technology, that's an interesting one. Upgrading your life may be necessary now, as you have outgrown your old ways. Yeah. The old ways of doing things are over. And that's a good thing, because that's when growth happens. What else for Virgo? They're also saying as well for you to never underestimate your ability to have a profound effect on others. Okay. Which is what you were doing over here. Okay, a life of greater joy, power, and satisfaction awaits those who consciously design their life. Yeah. So those who just sort of sleepwalk through their entire life, who don't really contribute anything to their own life, who just allow life to happen to them, they don't live a very fulfilled existence. Okay, you're not going to be one of those, Virgo, because you're consciously designing your own life. And that takes courage. It takes a huge amount of courage. What is it they say? To color outside the lines. Yeah? And that's exactly what you're doing here, Virgo. And because of that, you're ensuring that your near future is going to be absolutely beautiful and enjoyable. Okay, so let's take a look at your emergency affirmations for exceptionally stupid days. Just to end your reading on a bit of a fun note, don't take this deck too seriously, okay? It's just a little bit of fun at the end of your reading. Okay, I'm allowed to choose my own attitude. That's right, this is on purpose. Yeah, so choose your attitude on purpose. I embrace the rhythm and flow of my heart. It helps with living and stuff. Yeah, that's really sarcastic. I like that one. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful for someone. For personal readings, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Don't forget to enter into our free gift giveaway this month as well. It's a fantastic prize, that one. I will be sad to see this one leave, but I can't keep all the decks that I have. I need to start moving them along to others who will get enjoyment out of them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.